Alright, hello YouTube. It's Void19 again, here to show you a pretty sweet little glitch in Pokemon Red and Blue that lets you capture level 100 Pokemon before you get to Brock. We're basically exploiting the Ditto Trick, which, if you're not familiar with it, I have a pretty good video detailing it on my channel. Anyway, basically it lets you capture any Pokemon you want without a Game Shark. But yeah, so what we're going to do here is, the way that glitch works is the attack stat of whatever Pokemon you're using to initiate the glitch will determine the level of the Pokemon you encounter. That is to say, if you lower its attack stat by 6 stages, I believe, you will encounter a wild level 1 Pokemon instead of the normal level 7. This is really useful because level 1 Pokemon were never meant to exist in this game because one of the sets of Pokemon, since there's several different speeds at which Pokemon level up, one of the formulas actually gives a Pokemon negative experience when it's at level 1, and that's what we're trying to exploit here. So I'm basically going to catch a level 1 Gengar and get it to level 100 before we get to Brock, because, like I said, it will have negative experience when I catch it, and then leveling it up will send it straight to 100. I'll explain that more when it happens. Anyway, we need to find a trainer that is in the grass. So I'm here in Viridian Forest, where there is one such trainer. Basically, the idea is, since we can't fly or escape rope out of this battle yet, we're going to have our last Pokemon faint in a wild encounter in his line of sight. This is easier shown than said. So what I'm basically going to do here is I am going to get my Charmander poisoned. Awesome, that was fast. So that I can make sure it dies right in front of this guy. Alright, so that's probably good. Now, it's tricky because you want the step right in front of him to be a wild Pokemon, and there's no way to guarantee that. So if I were using a real game and not an emulator, I'd save here, but instead I'm just going to use a save state. And basically, we want a wild encounter right before we get to him. So this is going to be tricky. If I can't get it soon, I'll just cut away, but yeah. So this is ironic because you're actually trying to find a wild encounter, which you're usually not, but unfortunately, this is the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Yeah, so I guess I'll explain the glitch as I'm waiting for this to happen. Our plan is, like I said, we're going to encounter something before we walk right in front of this guy's line of sight. And we're going to let Charmander faint, which will send us back to the Pokemon Center while the game still thinks we're engaged in this fight. Oh, awesome. I'm going to save the game here in case I screw up. Oh, wow, Pikachu. Anyway, so yeah, this is basically the substitute for flying away from the gambler in the Ditto Trick. But yeah, we want Pikachu to kill us here. We'll go back to the Pokemon Center, and then we're going to fight our rival. So I hope you haven't fought him yet, because you kind of need to do that now. Anyway, notice when we finally black out and go back to the Pokemon Center, you'll see the exclamation point above the guy's head as if he saw us and started the battle. So like, look right here. You can see the little exclamation point popped up. So we know we did that part right. We have officially gotten out of the battle and initiated the glitch. So now we're going to go fight our rival. And I said I was going to get a Gengar. You can get that using your rival's Squirtle if you pick Charmander, which I did. So you can also get, I believe, Ivysaur and Nidoking using the wild Pidgeys in the area. But I'm going to do the Gengar because it's cool. And like I said, only certain Pokemon will work with this because you need the ones that have negative experience at level 1. I'll post a list of them in the video description. But yeah, so anyway, you're going to fight your rival here. We want to kill this Pidgey because I need to get to his Squirtle. So I'm going to save the game here, and hopefully... Alright, cool. Pidgey is dead. So now I need to get 6 Growls on his Squirtle before it kills me. And I want it to kill us. So let's hope I can get all 6 of them off. Okay, excellent. I got 30, not 30, I got 6 growls off, so its attack is minimized. So the Gengar we encounter because of it will be at level 1, which is exactly what we want. So if it would just hurry up and kill me. Alright, now we go back to the Pokemon Center again. But this time, when we go back to Viridian Forest, we will get a wild encounter with a level 1 Gengar, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to go up here, and make sure you don't encounter any wild Pokemon in this patch of grass, or it will screw up the glitch. Because then it'll overwrite the special value of his Squirtle with whatever you encounter. Alright, so now we walk into the forest, we get the guy's text, and we start a wild battle with a Gengar, which should be at level 1 if I didn't screw up, and it is. I think Charmander's strong enough that it'll just kill it, so I'm going to use a Pokeball. I'm going to save state because I can't weaken it. But again, if you're doing this on a real cartridge, you can save right before going into Viridian Forest, and this will still work every time. I don't believe you need to do the whole glitch over again. Anyway, I'm just going to do this until I actually catch it. I don't understand this missing the Pokemon thing. Alright, so we catch a Gengar at level 1. And if we check its stats page, you'll notice under its experience points, it's got 777,000, which is a lot, obviously. So that's basically because of underflow with the negative number. So here, if we just switch in our Charmander and kill the Weedle, Gengar will immediately grow to level 100. So there you have it. We now have a level 100 Gengar, and we have not even exited Viridian Forest yet. So this is great for speed runs and other times when you're running through the game trying to go as quickly as possible, or if you just want to show off to your friends. I don't know. So yeah, you've got your level 100 Gengar and in the middle of Viridian Forest. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's a pretty sweet glitch. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to my channel, or don't. I don't really care. But yeah, until next time. Later.